Welcome back. The drive to diversify Delta State's economy goes beyond the agricultural revolution. Through craftsmanship, another major channel of employment, various skill acquisition centers have been established across the state to capture youths like these in order to empower them, to enable them set up their own businesses. As part of its drive towards industrialization, the government has established 3 enterprise zones in the state as part of a cluster concept aimed at creating a community of similar businesses located in the same area. This initiative is expected to provide a range of services to industrial and service companies in the state. To achieve this, the government set up skill acquisition and training centers like this in 5 strategic local government areas in the state to capture the generation of youths who will be fueling industrialization in the near future, with the planned establishment of the free trade zones and ICT parks in Asaba, the state capital. But getting these youths to channel into the economic projections of the state, the government says, has not been an easy task. Having been dependent on oil for years, the youth have been known to spearhead agitations and disputes arising from financial allocations and revenues accruing from the state's major resource, oil.
Agitation does not start from the top. It starts from the grassroots, because these are the people who elect their leaders into offices, and they believe that once they elect them, they deserve more attention, they need to see them and all that. But you see, in the past, the gap has been there. So I believe His Excellency, Dr. Emmanuel Weta has actually repositioned the directorate to bridge that gap between the government and the governed. So what we decided to do was reach out to the grassroots, let the youth know that you are part of the system, and trying to make them understand that in being part of the system, you must be able to think beyond your immediate community. You must see yourselves as trying to add value. And what I keep saying is, the only way we can get it right as youths is when we begin to disabuse our minds of that mentality of our rights, which has been the issue in the past, and begin to embrace that mentality of being patriotic. Patriotism means all hands being on deck to add and see how we can add value to nation building and economic growth as it affects Delta State.
Jequincy Ogidingbe is a seamstress in training here at the Skills Acquisition Center in Asaba. On a 6-month certificate course, she is enthusiastic about the benefits just 3 months into the course.
At least I've done some jobs for myself, my skirt, my gown, and I actually wore my gown to the church on Sunday.
She adds that the waiting game for stipends from the government over the years has yielded nothing and calls for more participation from the youth in order for them to be empowered.
You don't keep waiting. You don't keep waiting for you to work in your community. The talent is in you. Just look, find it out, discover your talent and use it. You have a lot of creativity in you as a human being. So just look at yourself and see what in aspect of your body you can find useful, then use it for yourself. You must not wait for someone to employ you before you make your millions. You can use your hands to make your millions.
Michael Atokwe, a computer engineer trainee, calls himself an engineer already. It was at this center that he had his first encounter with computer hardware. Today, he boasts of his engineering prowess and is confident about starting up his own computer and phone repair business.
After this program, I have a lot of skills in my hand to do. I can decide to be on my own, go about, get business, and either start up with engineering, computer engineering stuff, repairing systems, or I can also get myself attached to any computer engineering company.
While human capital development is ongoing across the state, the government says it will continue to march its progress to industrialize with aggressive infrastructural developments across the state, poised to ease trade and travel.
The future to go in Delta State, in fact in Nigeria, is the area of agriculture. Because no matter how much oil you have, if the agricultural sector is properly developed, it brings in more revenue than oil. Now, there are 2 things about the agricultural sector that makes it necessary for us to develop. First is the fact that if you develop your agricultural sector,
people, first of all, will be able to feed themselves. And when they're able to feed themselves, the hunger will be less. And when hunger is less, they are not easily irritable. And of course, that reduces violence. So it's a chain, you know, food security for us, at least to be able to feed ourselves. That is the very basic thing. And then the extra, we now go into commercial agriculture. And the result of commercial agriculture, I mean, it's unquantifiable. A lot of countries in this world today are depending entirely on agriculture. So agriculture really is about the first thing for any government that is serious to start to deal with. And we are a serious government, so that's why we are trying to improve on the area of agriculture. I believe that down the line, agriculture will overtake oil.
This is evident with the ambitious dualization of the 149-kilometer Asaba-Ueli Expressway, the 23-kilometer Trans-Warri Road, and the 11-kilometer Uberu-Koko Road, all multi-billion naira projects designed to change the socio-economic landscape of the state for good by connecting the rural and urban communities to ease the transportation of people and goods in and outside the state for trade. Well, that's all we can take on this edition of Delta Beyond Oil. I'm Onyi Sunday. See you next time.